That was Oasis with Some Might Say. You're listening to Ashley Storrie on BBC Radio Scotland, live from Pacific Way. Joined, as always, by sidekick Silent Paul. We have got scores in for Cameron Diaz. Not many, because I think people are going by the creed of, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Mainly people don't have anything nice to say about Cameron Diaz, our Hollywood swinger, who I thought was brilliant. Paul, why do you... I saw you making a face when I said I thought she was brilliant. So what are your thoughts? Have you changed any?
No, not in any way, shape or form.
Simon says, I have loved the music you've played tonight, Sade. Jim Henson Experience. Jimi Hendrix Experience and Ray Charles, but I'm sorry, I do not like the Cameron Diaz song. Can't give it more than 5 Kenny Rogers roasters, and that's from our friend Simon, who's usually very generous. Simon, what do you think of Paul's choky voice right now? Is that dreamboatish?
Is that dreamboat material?
Are you going to be texting in other BBC shows to let them know that...
You could do really low voices for the moment.
He can do. When we were listening to Proud Mary, he had quite a fun time doing the low bits, which was exciting.
Rolling.
No.
Rolling.
Excellent, Paul. Martin in Orkney says, I thought wee Cammy Diaz's song was quite good for what it was. It was talk singing, but that's the role, isn't it? Yes, that is the role. Thank you for recognising it.
Talk singing. I'm a big fan of talk singing. In fact, there are some big talk singing songs.
We're holding back
pipeline.
A talk singing song because I might be able to actually gump the star into being involved
well, there's
somehow.
not even just that one, which would be amazing, but it's like there's a few out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think they would be very polarising. Like, is this real? But you're like, it was a released in the charts, musical releases. It's
if
like,
William Shatner is allowed, then any talk singing is allowed, in my
what if the talk
opinion.
singing is literally talking?
That's just what talk singing is. Surely? Is it not?
Like, but not even an attempt to put any rhythm on it. I'm going to count them.
Again,
I don't care.
Have you heard William Shatner? There is no attempt.
So let's clarify, right? You pulled me up the other day for having someone that was, you would have said, was more television than Hollywood. But I would argue that television is Hollywood. It's all the same thing.
I don't think so.
Because I have found some great TV, people who are predominantly TV stars.
Yeah.
And big shows.
Yeah.
That have released some great tracks.
Do you know what? I'm going to allow it because they can't be soap dodgers because it's not a soap. It has to be a TV star. So we'll have to accept that in Hollywood they make a lot of telly. They do make a lot of telly in Hollywood. So there's no saying that a Hollywood star has to be a movie star. It can be a television star. So I retract my, objection.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
I accept that Hollywood can encompass television and film. Are you happy now, Paul?
I'm more than happy.
Good. Martin and Orkney's score continues. Talk singing, but that's the role, isn't it? And she got the delivery of that character spot on for me. This will now be the 3rd time I've said it, and we're only in March, so possibly I do need to rein it in, but who cares? I'm calling this an early-ish contender for next year's King of the Swingers, Jude Law, Hugh Laurie, Cameron Diaz, Yaldi, 80 Kenny Rogers roasters, Marty in Orkney. Get it? Ring you.
A contrarian with contrarian views.
I absolutely
none of those are King of the Swinger material.
Agree with you. I don't remember Jude Law or Hugh Laurie. I'm going to be completely honest with you. When we leave this building, everything we've said falls out the back of my head. I don't remember anything, but I'm going to remember now. I'm sealing it in. I'm putting it in my brain. Cameron Diaz for King of the Swingers.
I won't allow it.
Hands. You can't tell me what to do. You don't get to pick who King of the Swinging is. It's a democracy between us. And I am putting Cameron Diaz in the ring. She's in the top 10. Done. Can't take it back. I'll never forget.
I've got the spreadsheet and I'm the only one that's going to remember any of this.
Guys, remind me. Remind me that Cameron Diaz is my King of the Swingers. I'm doing my...
When it comes to that week just before King of the Swingers and everybody will then go, oh no, we need to do King of the Swingers, and then have a panic about who was all the ones that we did.
I'm tapping it into my head right now so that I'll remember it. My eyes started twitching because I tapped my head too hard.
I heard it.
Right, let's have another song while I try and stop my eyeball from twitching. Here's Dusty Springfield with You Don't Have to Say You Love Me.